Good morning, everybody. Rodney here. Took forever for it to show up on YouTube, and I don't like to actually start until after I see it on YouTube. That way I can turn the volume down and everything. So that's why it took so long. But anyway, let me go ahead and bring in, we got Lloyd on this morning, and Dominic is in here as well.
Morning, everybody.
And
Dominic.
Daddy.
How's it going, Dominic?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Looks like you're all bundled up there.
Yeah, ready for bed. I don't know how long I'm gonna last.
Oh, that's right. It's bedtime for you. We're on the opposite end of this now.
Yeah, it's
from what I'm used to.
10:15 on a Saturday night here.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I think Dennis will probably be popping in here in a little bit, and I'm going to change. I want to change that background. Is kind of distracting.
Yeah,
I was going to say disconcerting. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's. Oops. Let's do that one. That's one of my sunrise pictures.
Yeah, that's better.
Perfect.
But so anyway, well, hope both of you are doing okay.
Well, I got up before the sunrise today, so I don't know if I'm okay or not. But
well, I gotta admit, Lloyd, I was kind of wondering.
Yeah. I don't know why. I went to sleep early last night, I guess, and I fell asleep watching something. I woke up at it was 10 minutes to 5 or 15 minutes to 5, and I had to get up and do the old man thing, go down the hall. But I came back and man, I feel fully rested. I'm not going to go back to sleep until I need to take a nap later on in the day. So
I hear that.
Those naps.
Yeah, I woke up about 12:30 this morning and laid in bed and played a game on my phone, which probably was a big mistake. And I didn't get back to sleep till about 3:30. So.
Oh yeah.
And then actually it was more. I guess it was more like 2:30 that I finally got back to sleep, and then woke up at 4:30 and just went ahead and got up. So, well, let me say hello to some people in the chat. Lance Cadena, good morning. FTFO Media, Nick, good morning. Ray Kelly, Carol,
Ray,
Carol,
Joel, Skyfly Network, Giggles FPV, TJ, good morning.
Chris Hope,
TJ,
Chris Hope, good morning. Chris, if you care to join us, there's a link in the Cool Kids chat, or should be anyway. I'm pretty sure I put one there.
Morning, Chris. Hello, nephew. How you doing? I did see the video where Chris lost his drone.
Yeah, he had a little accident there.
Yeah, and then everybody was trying, and then here comes Joe Fodoleo, just snags it like a champ.
Yeah, well, it really. I felt bad for Chris because he had 100,000 people trying to tell him what to do, and of course, all 100,000 of them was wrong. I wasn't one of them. I just watched. So, but yeah, and then him and Ken Herron went over to the fire department, and while they were over there, Joe Fodoleo had come back from somewhere, and he goes, "Oh, let me give it a try." He pulls out his Air 3, and I guess he has an Air 3, or maybe he has an Air 3S. But anyway, he pulled out his camera drone and went out right up there and snagged it out.
Yeah.
Scott, Jackrabbit FPV, good morning. So, but
I'll beat that dog in a minute.
It was a pretty good meetup. I got to meet up with an old buddy of mine from my Navy days, and Sunday we went over to that Mexican restaurant that's there by Minefield now, and we sat there and we must have talked for a couple hours there, and then went back to the meetup and talked for a couple hours there, and then we went back to the hotel and talked for a couple of hours there. It was really good to see old George again. Me and him we worked together. We were in the same division, and so we, and of course, Lloyd, and Dom, you might know, if you're in the military, you make some friendships, and they usually last for a lifetime. And
yeah,
George,
I do.
George is one of those, and I love the guy to death. And I could listen. He was real big into history, especially not Stone Age, but back in the 14th, 15th century.
Yeah.
History. And
the Renaissance, around the Renaissance, Dark Ages.
Around the Dark Ages, I guess they were called.
Yeah, medieval or Dark Ages. Yeah.
And he does dioramas, and
nice.
he does a good job of it, and he does all the carving himself and everything. So, and I don't know if he's listening, but George, if you're out there, it was good seeing you again, brother. And we've made plans to see each other next year at Minefield. So, and he's actually going to come to Minefield on Saturday and spend the day so that'll be fun. I also found out his daughter, who was about 10 years old when we were stationed together, just made commander in the United States Navy, which is quite an accomplishment.
It is. And for those of you in the real military, that would be a lieutenant colonel.
Real military, you said? I doubt that. I mean, if you're thinking, I thought.
I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry, Rodney.
Yeah.
For those of you in the non-flotilla military, that would be a lieutenant colonel.
Yeah. So, okay.
Rod.
There you go, Rod. Yeah.
Ron just texted me. He says the link isn't working. Ron Lockwood. Okay. Hopefully that one will work.
Yeah, I went up to my high school reunion, and it was in Grand Junction, Colorado. But one of the guys that was living there then, or when I went up there, I found out he's living over there. I'd known this guy since I was 4 and he was 3, and then and so I found out he's living, and I hadn't seen him since we were in 6th grade, which was like, back we were still using, slate tablets and stuff. But anyways, so just like you did, we met up for lunch, and God, we talked for a good 2 hours or more catching up. So, 'cause I hadn't seen him since we were like 11 or 12 years old.
Oh wow, yeah. So, hang on a minute, guys. I'm gonna mute my mic because I want to check.
All right.
Okay.
I don't.
We'll just talk amongst ourselves then.
Yeah, it's fall weather, and it's the time of year that the squirrels start trying to get into my attics to store their winter supply.
Yeah.
Well, the dogs are sitting up on the bed barking at the ceiling because they heard them. It's like, God, shut up.
Yeah.
So I'm going to share something here. Johnny Drone Flyer sent this to me. This is show on I guess Captain Ray's show.
Right.
It was an awesome time. And I was just glad to, be able to get it up. It was an awesome time. And I was just glad to, be able to get it up. It was an awesome time. And I was just glad to, be.
Got him.
Funny.
Yep.
Thanks, Johnny. That was actually good. You guys caught that, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Damn. Yeah, you're right. Friggin' squirrels are not every year.
Oh, let's see here. Does anybody new come in? I guess Johnny Drone Flyer kind of jumped in here. Jackrabbit FPG, Peter Carroll, good day.
Scott,
Joel,
Johnny, Lance, all you guys, hello. Nick.
If I missed you, I apologize. And good morning to you if I did miss you. Glad you're here. That's my new ringtone.
Yeah. I'm not sure I'd want that as a ringtone.
Yeah, I think it could probably be embarrassing.
Yeah.
Poor Joe. Good one, Nick.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Well, I think Dennis is going to come in. It always takes him a few minutes anyway, so.
Shut up, you little fool.
Anyway, but yeah, we had a good time. I kind of felt bad for Ken though. He had some things set up. The band played Saturday night, so the band showed up, but he was supposed to have an RC plane club come and do some aerobatics demonstration, and was supposed to have a balloon. So you can do a balloon ride.
Yeah.
And then the VTOL guy was supposed to show up. The balloon guy had to cancel because of insurance reasons. The air club, the RC plane club, or whatever they are, didn't come, and neither did the VTOL guy. He canceled at the last minute. So.
Yeah, and it's got to be frustrating. Of course, I know how Ken deals with frustration, so he was probably, pretty ticked off at those guys to leave him hanging like that. So, well, he texted somebody. I was getting ready to head out to Colorado, and I got this text with a link to sign up for Minefield. It says you coming to? Hey, Ron.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, Ron.
Morning.
You up in Alaska again?
In Canada. Northern Saskatchewan, Canada.
Okay.
Sitting at the lodge, and unfortunately, we got to head home this morning.
Oh no.
Yeah. What a great week! Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I've been keeping up with you on Facebook, seeing some of the pictures.
Man, you've been catching some monster fish. Dennis Lovelady, good morning.
Yeah, we've been catching some bruisers. How is everybody doing this morning?
Yeah.
Doing good.
Yeah, doing good.
Yeah, this place is beautiful up here. Unfortunately, half of it's burnt up.
No.
The lodge here,
right. Yeah.
The owner just escaped the very edge of losing everything here. A couple weeks ago, there was a fire, and it came within 200 yards of his place. Half this country is on fire up here, but
oh my!
And and I, not to get political, but I remember Trump talking about California, about how their forestry service doesn't do proper work. When we're traveling out here on this lake, you can see, and I think it's from the wintertime where heavy snow and ice are knocking down. The underbrush here is just absolutely terrible.
Oh yeah.
And it's such a fuel for fires here.
Yeah.
But Yeah, he came real close to losing everything here. But no, it's been a great week. Great people, great meals, fishing. Yeah. But you can see the lake here. The lake itself is about 200 miles long.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yes,
Yeah, it's going to be hard to go home.
Hey, Dennis.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Hey, Rodney.
Dennis, did you go up to Canada yet?
That's delayed. We're going on the 8th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because of my the condition of my back at the time. Anyway, we're going on the 8th through the 12th. So looking forward to it.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're there now, it sounds like.
I'm here now, and surprisingly, for as far north as we are, it was 94 degrees yesterday. We were dying out there on the boat.
Oh my
goodness.
Wow.
It's
Yeah,
cooler
it was
than
hot.
usual here, and sounds like hotter than usual up where you are. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
how
we're like
much longer
15
do you get to
degrees.
stay?
About another hour. Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we got to head home today.
You driving back?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's going to take us a couple days. We'll get home
So where are
sometime late tomorrow. We're in northern Saskatchewan, place
Wow.
called Reindeer
Okay.
Lake,
Gotcha.
and it is the nearest town is called South End. It is way north.
Good morning, Mudball Dawn. Hot Rod.
Well, that is some beautiful country up there, Ron. That's for sure.
It is.
It is.
Yeah, I brought one of my buddies from work with me, and I made him some promises. I said, you will eat a lot, you will meet good people, and you will catch a lot of fish and big fish. And he told me yesterday, he said, Ron, everything you promised me, it happened. So
I was going to ask you if you made good on your promise.
yep. He caught the biggest freshwater fish he's ever caught before.
Wow.
That was yesterday.
So
Do they have
fish? Go ahead, Rodney.
Do they have largemouth bass up there?
I don't believe in this lake that I know of. We caught lake trout. It's weird how you have to go to different spots to catch different fish. We went to one area, we caught a bunch of walleye. We went to another area to catch lake trout. And then the northern pike, they're like in the weed beds. They like to hide in there. Yeah. It's weird, from between June and now, like the lake trout, they like to go deep in the fall. So we had to go like 40, 50 feet down to catch them. Wow. Where back in June, we were catching them 2 feet below the surface.
Yeah. Wow. The reason you have to go to different areas to catch different fish is the fish segregation laws. They're trying to change all that, but.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Dennis. I was thinking of it. I wasn't going to say it.
Oh my.
Sorry.
Well, yeah. I just wanted to pop in for a minute and say hi. And
laws of fish. Yeah, that's they need to change that.
Yeah, we got to go about 15 miles across this lake to get over to South End today. It's where our cars are parked. And
how big are some of the lake trouts?
Pardon me?
I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just going to ask, how big are some of those lake trout that you've been pulling out?
We're catching 5-pounders here, but it's weird how, like I said, if you go farther north of the lake, you get 30, 40, 50 pounders. Yeah, they're huge.
Wow.
They say, like yesterday, they say you get to become a master. Our native guide said if you get anything above 40-inch pike, you're considered a master angler. Well, Brian and I hit that mark yesterday.
Ah,
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
nice.
It's weird, those northern pike, when they get above 40 inches, their heads almost look like prehistoric. And I wasn't careful yesterday, and even if you stick your hand underneath their gills to hold them up, I cut the snot out of my finger yesterday.
Ouch.
Oh my.
They've got teeth like a piranha.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to use steel leaders, and yeah,
Well, it
So you
certainly
bring
looked
it home.
it certainly looked like you was having a good time, Ron.
oh my God, the best.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm going to go in and finish my coffee and get dressed and finish packing, and hopefully we'll be over in the mainland here in a couple of hours. Unfortunately, start our way home.
Well, you have a safe trip home, and
safe travels for sure.
Yeah. It was funny. I don't know if Captain Ray's on here. I sent him a picture yesterday or this morning of my fish, and I said I got that big northern pike yesterday, and I have my Captain Ray hat on. So,
yeah, he is in the chat, Ron. So
yeah.
But all right, we guys have a great weekend, and we'll hope to catch up to you again.
You too,
Ron. Thanks for sharing
buddy.
it. I look forward to going back and seeing this again.
Yeah. I want to hear all about your trip, Dennis.
Okay. Yeah. Couple weeks now. Thanks.
All right, buddy. Take care, guys. Thank you, Rodney.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, he certainly, judging from his pictures, he was definitely having a good time.
Oh yeah. He was showing some nice ones. I wonder if he's going to bring any back to mount or to have mounted on the wall. Let me say it that way.
Well, I would think he'd have at least one, especially the biggest one, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, he's
now that he's a master fisherman.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah,
This was
master
the one
angler.
that made me a
Master
angler or angler. Yeah, I can't imagine. He's so. What's the word I want to say? He's so into that anyway, right? So.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. He's quite the hunter, quite the fisher.
I can't imagine him not doing that, but it's up to him.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was going to ask him before he got off and got sidetracked. But yeah, it's a couple of those he pulled out of there. Yeah, I'd have them hanging on my wall too.
John, Flying Flynn Media. Good morning.
Hello.
Hey, John.
So,
well,
Lloyd, you got any big plans for today?
Not a thing. I don't know. I may actually get motivated to pull the SD card out of my Air 2S and download the pictures into my PC so I can actually post some of the videos that I took while I was in Grand Junction. So I forgot how much desert there was there. It's really, I'd lived there, during my high school years and stuff, but man, that's just desert everywhere. I'm going, oh my God. And I spent 3 hours, or I spent not 3 hours. I spent about 2 hours lost, trying to get back from where we had the reunion at to where my son was living. And most of that time, because it took me right at 2 hours to get home, it was only a 20-minute drive, but I got lost in those friggin' roundabouts. Some idiot decided, let's put about 40 roundabouts in all our small streets. And so, and plus they were doing construction. So my GPS said, take the first exit here. Well, I couldn't because they had it blocked. So I'd go to the next one and I'd end up in another roundabout somewhere. Like, my God, what idiot somebody made some money off of that deal, because,
It's amazing to me how popular roundabouts are getting to be lately. I mean, there's roundabouts everywhere.
I did, man. I was lost on that thing. So the next day he drew me out of, really, because we went to the meet and greet, sort of like we do with the South Florida group. Went to the meet and greet the night before, which we all stood around trying to say hi to people we thought we might have known, but we didn't recognize, like, because there were no name tags that night, so it was all a guessing game. So the next night was when we got to find out. Oh, I thought you were so and so. I'm sorry, I don't even know who the hell you are. Now that we see their names, So
Yeah.
I tell you, I thought I was at the wrong place, because when I went in there, I said, "Is this the high school reunion for Central High School?" Yeah, yeah. I said. I looked around, and all I saw was a bunch of old goats, and I thought, man, I don't know any of these guys. None of them looked anything like what I remembered. They were all old and wrinkled, and
like yourself.
And the men were too.
So you went to Central High School?
Friend of mine has a coffee. Go ahead, Rodney.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dennis. We started out at the same time. So I'm done.
A friend of mine has a coffee cup that says it's strange. It's weird being the same age as old people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah, me too.
But anyway, I saw something on Facebook this morning while I was waiting for the sunrise to come up. There was a clip of my whole high school football team playing against Will Rogers High School.
Oh, yeah.
At Central Park, which I lived across the street from. And in there's a clip. It said, if you're watching the video, if you watch close enough, you'll see a brick building. And the announcer, whoever was doing the speaking, said that is Longfellow Elementary School. That's the elementary school I went to. I played many hours in Central Park, and I can still remember the Tulsa Central High School band playing music or practicing. They're marching. And
you graduated from Tulsa Central, didn't you?
I did, yeah. So
yeah. I
graduated from Grand Junction. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Tony Randall went to Central High School.
Really? Oh, I remember he was from Oklahoma. I forgot.
Yeah, and so he was one of the odd couples.
Yeah. Do you remember who spoke at your graduation?
No.
Well, I don't either. I can't remember any of it, but Judy could always remember because it was Will Rogers Jr. spoke at her graduation.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Because Will Rogers High School, and he spoke at she's class of 70.
Yeah.
Well, didn't your cousin graduate from Central?
Yeah, the same year, I think.
Same year, yeah. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, so yeah, she always and she said, "You remember?" I said, "No, I don't have any idea who spoke of mine." She says, and hers was easy to remember, Will Rogers Jr. I thought, why don't they pick people like that for our high school, graduations? Instead of some old fart that's dry and boring, and you don't, But the only thing I really remember my graduation, we had a streaker.
Yeah, that was back when streaking was the thing, man.
We were all standing outside of this auditorium. It's called the University of Colorado Mesa University now, or Mesa College. It was Mesa College back then, and that's where we're graduating at. And there's this big, long, open area that just nothing but grass under in a little dip. And all of a sudden, this guy starts at one end, and here he comes running through, and it's like And I found out there's only 220 of us graduated in our class. It was small, we were a small school then. And this guy went streaking across there. I mean, they never did catch the guy, and nobody knows who did it. So, but yeah, that was all I remember about my high school graduation.
Yeah, I think the only thing I remember about my high school graduation is I actually remember walking up and getting. I didn't get my diploma. I got the cover.
The cover, yeah, same here.
And they wouldn't give me my diploma until I finished summer school.
Oh.
So I had failed a class, and it was an English class. In my senior year, they started a new thing. They broke English instead of, it was, you had English, or you could select classes. They had grammar, they had mass media, they had poetry, they had literature, they had science fiction. There's like 10 different classes you could take. Well, my senior year, because I failed the junior year in English, I had to take junior English over again. So I was actually going to 2 English classes.
2 English classes, yeah.
So I had practically the whole gambit of what they were offering.
Right.
And for summer school, I took the Old Testament as literature. Yeah. And I actually passed that one and got my diploma. So
yeah. That would be a very interesting literature class. And they've started teaching that here in Oklahoma again.
Have they?
Yeah, they started teaching it as a literature course, not as a religious studies, but as
literature. Yeah, and that's what it was when I took it. So it was like, the title was Old Testament.
Yes, go Sooners, Lance. You're right.
Yeah, go Sooners.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I mean, all those years ago.
Yeah, I know. It just seemed like it was just 3 or 4 years ago. I went to my 10th high school reunion. It's like, wow, that has come and gone long ago.
Yeah, I only went to one high school reunion, and it was the 30th year reunion.
Yeah,
I didn't go to the 20th, and I haven't been to any after. I was just, pretty people were still the pretty people, and the good old boys were still the good old boys. So
my cousin was teasing me. She says, well, when you go up there, says you flirt with all them girls you knew in high school. And I said, no. I said, I won't, because all the pretty ones already died. It's just the ugly ones that are left. And I wasn't far off on that either. There's more truth to that story than it should have been, Like
2 English classes, you would think he would speak better. Yeah, well, that's what my wife told me. I'm from Oklahoma. I'm going to speak Okie, and no English classes, they were going to break that. And neither is my wife. So she keeps correcting my English.
I didn't realize that's what you spoke, Rodney. I thought.
I'm going to say good night.
Head out, Dominic. Okay.
All right, Dominic. Well, you have a good night, brother.
Sweet day, everybody.
See you soon.
Yeah.
I when I went up there, I'd be talking to somebody, and they'd I said, what, you having trouble understanding me? And, well, yeah, a little bit. You've kind of got an accent. I said, well, I speak 3 languages. I speak English, I'm fluent in hillbilly, and I'm fluent in Okie.
So yeah, Dennis, I speak Okie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I was thinking it wasn't English, but
complete different language. When I went to college, my teacher says, you guys can talk Okie all you want. You can read it with an Okie accent, But when you write me a term paper or any homework papers, it better be in English.
Yeah, I kind of got the same reaction too.
Yeah.
So, but well, anyway,
Yeah.
I got to go to Richmond here in a little bit. I left some stuff at my friend's in my friend's car when we came back from Minefield. So
Minefield.
yeah, so I got to
Yeah.
go pick it up. And
Well, I got this the week before. Got this anonymous, message from somebody, and I'm like, okay. I said, you going? They sent me the link to the Minefield sign up. I said, you going to Minefield? And I thought it was for the next weekend, which I was. You speak a little, yeah. You're from Missouri, so yeah,
yeah,
yeah. But anyway, so I said no. I said I'll be in Grand Junction that weekend, and they put a question mark, and I went and looked at the link. I said, oh wait a minute, I will be back by then. I said, but I will have gotten back late Thursday night before I got home, and there's no way I'm getting up and either trying to drive or fly out there again. So I said, maybe next year. And then I wrote, "Who is this?" And I got this silly picture from Ken Heron, and it's like for whatever reason, I guess I didn't have him in my contacts or I hadn't saved it. So yeah, it looked different because he's wearing a white shirt and a tie. It's like looked very professional on it, but with a goofy smile on his face. So,
Ken Heron wearing a white shirt and a tie.
yep.
I, I thought he only had one shirt.
Yeah, me too. But no, he's wearing a white shirt and a tie. It's like, and has this sort of silly smirk like on his face.
So he was asking you about Minefield.
Yeah, he was asking if I was going to go, and I said once I figured out when it was, I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it'll be the weekend right after I get back." And I said, "I know I'm going to be wiped out because, let me tell you, a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old in the house. Wow, that just changes the whole dynamics. It's like, oh my God, I was wore out."
I bet.
But yeah, that 6-year-old, he latched onto me, and he was like, he was by my side the whole time. Never, you know, he had a grandpa that he could talk to and be with. So it was fun.
That was good. Well, I I guess you got to spend some quality time with your grandkids then, huh?
Yeah, I did. We had a cookout one day, and there was 5 of them there that day, plus a great grandchild. I had a 1.5-year-old great grandson that was there too. So
Oh wow!
yeah, I'd never met any of these grandkids. It's the first time for me meeting them, and my granddaughter had just gotten married, and she married a really nice guy. Uh, Probably too nice for her, but I hope it works out. She's a bit of she's a little flighty, you know. Uh, well, she's high maintenance, I think, but
Well,
I'm her grandpa. I can say crap like that.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, we'd gone over to fly the drone over to this one park, and it was across. Grand Junction that whole area sits in a valley surrounded by 3 mountain ranges, and then it opens up onto the Utah desert. So across the valley was in Grand Junction. We went to this park. Well, unbeknownst to us, my son's ex-wife likes to go to that park too. And it just so happened, I looked at him when I saw her. I said, "Does she have a tracker on you?" He goes, "I don't know. I'm beginning to think so." She showed up there. She showed up with my 8-year-old grandson and my 15-year-old granddaughter. And so we're sitting there, and I've got this drone case. It's all locked up, and I was just resting because it'd been a long hike coming back. And so I'm sitting there resting, and they show up. And so she comes up, and she's dressed what I think is inappropriate for a young lady, but her dad thinks that too. But the mom lets her do whatever she wants. But she had her boyfriend there, and my son says, well, are you going to introduce me to this fellow? I says, oh yeah, Dad, this is my boyfriend. And the young guy, I'll give him credit. He walked up and he says, I'm glad to meet you, sir, and shook hands. It wasn't a wimpy, he was very, and so while we're sitting there, of course, I'm the odd one out. So he's saying this, this is your grandpa. And she says, yeah, I know who it is. And I was sitting there and I had my case and I flipped the latches over. I said, son, do you think I should go ahead and clean my gun now, or should I wait until we get home? He says, no, Dad, wait until we get home. It kind of went over his head, but it didn't go over hers. And so later on in the day, her mother dropped her and her little brother off to at my son's house. And her two older siblings were there. And she says, did you hear what Grandpa did? And they were just rolling. And, it was just, it was perfect. Of course, my son just picked up, like that. I said, nah, Dad, clean it when we get home.
Yeah.
Because funny thing is, that drone case looks just like a gun case.
Does it? Cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The one I bought Bell's, Bill Renane's Air 2S, and he just bought a really nice case for it just a few months earlier. So, yeah, it looks a lot like my pistol case. So,
yeah, I remember when you bought that from him. You had that. You bought it at the last South Florida drone meetup.
Yeah, last South Florida drone meetup. Yeah, and so it's sitting in there, and I got to go get the SD card out of it and take the video from the. I mean, I flew higher than I've ever flown a drone before.
Really?
Yeah, I was up to 200 feet this time.
Oh wow! Wow!
I usually don't fly over about 30 feet. It's about my limit but it was a wide open area, nothing around, and no restrictions or anything in that area. That's part of the reason we went, is because the side of town he is on was closer to the airport, so we drove across where we're further away and there was no restrictions there. So yeah, I got it up to right around 200 feet, and
good deal.
Took some good hand videos of the Grand Mesa and the one set of mesas that they got a lot of shale in them, and they look like books on a shelf. And it's called book cliffs. They're not real original with their names there, because like their streets are F road, G road, G.5, F.5, E.5, like. And they're all based on how many miles they are from, like 29 road is 29 miles from the Utah border. So
yeah. Morning, Michael.
Hey, Michael.
So. Well, I'll be looking forward to seeing some pictures posted on Facebook or something.
Oh, my daughter-in-law, she snapped I forgot to take pictures, and last picture I got was we were at the airport and they were getting ready to drop me off, and oh, wait a minute, I got to get a selfie. So I did a selfie of me and my grandson and my son. So, but my daughter-in-law took probably 200 pictures. So,
wow.
Well, it looks like the Northeast U.S. drone meetup it's less than a week. I guess.
Where's that being held? Is that the one in Rhode Island?
In Rhode Island, yeah. I think it's next week actually.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that I will be able to make that one next year, as well as meetup, because they're really close together. Or not spin up, but Minefield.
Yeah.
So So
are you going to be in South Florida again?
I am hoping to be. Yeah, my plan is to be there. So
okay, I'm really considering it because, like I was telling you before the show, my son wants me back in Colorado, and he says, "But Dad, we're paying for the ticket to fly you out here." And I'm like, "Okay," They talked about it, and it says and that way you'll have the money to go to South Florida drone meetup too. I hadn't thought about that
yeah.
I think it's tentatively in my plans.
Okay, so Dan said, "Well, there you go, just for you, Lloyd. I snapped a screenshot." So I'm not sure what he's talking about, but there you go.
He snapped a screenshot. Okay.
I'm assuming a screenshot of the live stream here, but I may be wrong.
Yeah.
So, but
oh, one of the side effects of that trip was I bought 2 pounds of Restream toffee and actually about 2.5 pounds of Restream toffee. And last night I was eating a piece and I snapped another tooth off, just knocked the crown right out. And like,
ouch.
Yeah.
It
It's like,
feels so
okay.
nice.
Yeah. So now,
Ken,
really got
here. Oh, he says, but yeah, man.
So I'm taking some for you. Well, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that.
So, Ken,
hey, Kenny,
he let me sit in his car, his little SUV that he's got fixed up for all his traveling. Man, I tell you what, I'm sitting there, and the motor's running when I get in, and I'm sitting there, and then it quits, and then it starts again, and then it quits, and then it starts again. And I'm like, this thing must be broken. So I went to get out, and he's walking up. I go, your car is turning on and off. He goes, yeah, it's built to do that. Keeps the air conditioning going.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm like, oh, cool. But yeah, he's got that thing set up.
Is that the one he had down in South Florida?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that thing was sharp the way he has that all set up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So Hot Rod must be flying because now he's 11 batteries down. And down 2 minutes
to go.
Well, the last Saturday morning coffee with drones. After that, he sent a picture of all the drones that he flew and all the batteries, and he must have had at least 60 batteries.
Yeah, thanks, Don. Yeah, over 60 batteries. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I tell you what, when I go in to have them look at this tooth, and they'd actually cracked one, but it was an anchor tooth. Well, and they can't. We'll have to get an oral surgeon to pull that one out. So it's like, I thought that one would be the one that break. It was one that they just worked on. I thought was in good shape, and it just. Yeah, Ken does have a sick SUV, but yeah, I'm getting close to that where I'm going to have to start eating overdone macaroni and cheese. Yeah.
I can still remember my grandfather. He had dentures, but he always complained that they hurt his teeth.
Right.
So, or hurt his gums, so he wouldn't wear them. Well, eventually his jaw came up to where when he chewed, it would go in and out. And it was so funny to watch. And he always ate mashed up beans and mashed potatoes and stuff.
Right.
And it was funny to watch because his jaw would just go in.
First time I met Judy and her parents, they'd come up to Colorado, and I was just a little guy. I was 6, and her dad wore dentures. I didn't realize the difference, but he would sit there on his lap, and he could make them drop down just a little bit, and those dentures would do this in his mouth. I would just die and laugh because that's the funniest damn thing I ever seen.
Yeah, my Uncle Ronnie would do the same thing. He'd take him around, he'd make him go like that, and then you'd hear him click, 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 click.
Yeah. He'd, they'd pop out and then they'd pop back in, then they'd go up and down. It was funny as hell to watch. And, but yeah, that was the first time that I remember meeting my future father-in-law. That goes in and out, and they do the little mumbly humming while they chew. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. My lowers are in great shape, but my upper teeth are brittle, and I've only got.
I'm sorry. I'm typing to Philip.
I only got 6 teeth left up on top, so might as well just go have those 6 taken out. So
You gonna get dentures?
Oh yeah. Implants? Oh no. Well, I could get implants because the VA would pay for them, but I got to quit smoking, and it's the only vice I got left. So
the VA will pay for implants?
Yep. Yeah, I still got one here. It's a gold crown.
Yeah.
And they put 3 gold crowns on me. Because one day I was joking, and she says, "So what color do you want the crown?" I said, "Gold." And she said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay." They sent out for them. I came back a little while later, a month or so later, and they put them in. So yeah.
No, I'm here. I am intrigued. I have one of our chat members is sidebarring me, so maybe I've given him too much attention. Sorry.
Yeah. There you go.
Fish eye.
Did you ever see that commercial he did for me?
I don't remember if I did. I probably have. I probably have seen it.
For president?
No. He did one, Grumpy's Beef Jerky.
No, I didn't see
Yeah,
that
from
one.
Fish Eyes Snack Bar. And, yeah, he did one. He got a wild hair one day and started doing it. Spent the whole week on it, and it's pretty good.
Don does good work.
He does do good work.
He does do excellent work. Yeah. I don't even know if I had. I thought I downloaded it, but that. Oh, there it is. Let me. Here.
Were you having a sidebar with Lance? Is that who you was having a sidebar with?
Yeah, it might have been.
I'll share this if you want to.
Stuff, so. What's that? What did you say, Lloyd?
I said I've shared this. I got this video up to share if you guys want to see it.
Cool.
So I can't tell because my whole window's blocked out. So are we sharing now? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me put it on play.
No sound.
No sound. Lloyd, there's no sound.
Uh-oh. Sorry. Yeah, hang on a second. Let me start up. Let me reshare it. I think I forgot to set. Let me try that again. Window. Let's see. Oh, hang on a second. Let me do this. Yeah, I forget to hit that all the time. And let me back over here. Let's see, media player. Share audio, share a tab instead. Okay. Huh. It's not letting me do
Some
that.
people are very good at that.
Yeah.
I bet you're very good at that, Dan.
Yeah, that's gonna do it. Well, I'll have. Sorry about that. I can't figure out how to share it. I'm sure.
Oh, you had it shared earlier. There was
Yeah,
just
right.
no
But it didn't let
sound.
me turn the. It's not letting me turn the sound on. I have to show it in a tab.
So, Rodney,
Let me
perhaps you
see.
can do it. Perhaps you can do it a
Let's see.
different way. It looks like Mudball Don has shared the link.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Here, I can do it from here, Lloyd.
All right. Good. Good. Yeah. I was trying to share the video, and it's like it wouldn't let me share the video with sound.
Yeah, I can't share anything. So on my iPad.
Hey kids, do you want to chew on an old man's meat? Get on up to Fish Eye Snack Bar and chew on Lloyd's Beef Jerky. Made with 100% real meat, you can get Lloyd's small package for just $3.37.
Lloyd's Beef Jerky. You know you can eat it or not. I don't give a shit.
Fish Eye Snack Bar.
Yeah. That's one Don did for me.
That's funny, right there.
Yeah. That's good. I mean, he does such good work, and that thanks Don for putting the link up there. I for whatever reason Restream was being cantankerous today.
So,
But yeah. That's why he said the next one will have to Lloyd's or Grumpy's mushy soup or something like that.
yeah. Soft soap.
Yeah, yeah.
Or soup. You're right. It was soft soup.
Soup, yeah.
You're not soap. So.
Well, when I was working in a convenience store, I had this guy walk in, and he said he needed some. He needed some soup, and I said, "Well, it's right over there on that corner." He goes walk around there, and there's the tomato, and just basic soups that Campbell's soups. And he said, "No, I need some soup." And I said, "Well, sir, it's right here. Look, we got tomato, we got potato, we got chicken and noodle." He said, "No, to wash with." I said, "You want soap?" He says, "That's what I said, soup." And he's from somewhere up north, way up north. It's like, son, you got an accent problem there. I hate to tell you. And so he was looking for soap, and it's like he kept saying soup. And now, if he was from New Zealand, I could understand that because they don't know how to use their vowels anyway. So,
Well. All righty, guys. Well, it's been an hour, and I'm going to go ahead and call this one.
all right.
So,
thanks for having me.
Well, Lloyd, you're always welcome. I mean, I know sometimes you sleep in, so
Yeah,
I was kind of shocked to see you on Dennis's live stream. Tell you the truth,
I woke up so dead burn early. I thought, oh, Dennis is on. Let's see. I'll watch that. So yeah,
Cool. I'm glad you were there.
I try to catch it when I can, Dennis, and I try to go back and watch the replay when I remember.
John, Unlimited Vertical. Good morning.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, I always enjoy it.
Yeah. So, well, I'm glad you were able to come on this morning, Lloyd and Dennis. It's always good
thanks.
having you.
Good to be here.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
So anyway, don't forget tomorrow morning, everybody in the chat, thank you for being here. And don't forget tomorrow morning, starting with me here in Virginia, doing the morning sunrise again. And then we'll go down to Georgia with Dennis Lovelady. And then following Dennis Lovelady will be Chris Hope from Texas. And then Following Chris Hope will be Johnny Droneflyer with Drones and Coffee. Hope to see you all in the morning. LWM Modeling, good morning. Or good evening.
That's legwork.
Oh, that's right. That is legwork.
Hey,
He changed
William.
his.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. I remember
Bill.
now.
Yeah, Bill Legwork. Yeah.
Bill. Well, hello to you. It's probably afternoon there now. So, but anyway, Johnny Droneflyer will be after Chris Hope, and then that's about it for the lineup. So. Anyway, guys, y'all have a great weekend. Take care. Say a prayer for our country. Say a prayer for our men and women in uniform. Say a prayer for our first responders. And say a prayer for those that are in need of prayer. Lord knows there's probably a bunch of them, especially for the families in Michigan.
Yeah.
Say a prayer for them. Anyway, folks, y'all have a great day. Love y'all. Bye now.
Later, everyone.
Bye-bye now.